How the devil are you? Poof! Right. So today I've got a portable induction hob, single importable induction hob. Now, many of you may think, say, Martin, what the hell have you got that for? Well, I'll tell you later on in the video. In the meantime, let's get it out of the box. There's not really much to see. You've got on, plus, minus, little instruction manual. I don't think I'm going to need that. I'm pretty sure I can work it out. The controls there. Plus, minus, on, off. Got it! Okay, I think you've got a timer here as well, a lock. We'll have a look at that later. And a plug. This is obviously a UK plug. Okay, I've got it plugged in and set up now. And I'm going to do a little test in a second. I'm going to boil some water, 500 ml of water on the gas hob, 500 ml of water, let's get that over there, in the kettle, 500 ml of water on this induction hob here. Now obviously I didn't have any pans. Well, not obvious, I don't know why I said it was obviously, but I didn't have any pans. 10-year guarantee, whatever. Induction pan, so I had to get an induction pan. Because obviously if you use normal pans, it won't work. Now, how does this work? Well, it's passing an alternating electrical current through its copper coil. So there's a copper coil in there. And if you put a magnetized pan, i.e. this one, on it, the magnetic field causes the pan to heat up. So unlike other hob technologies, it's the pan that's heating up and not the hob. So this is getting hot and not the hob surface. But you've got to be careful because some people say, yeah, you can touch it after, but there's deferred heat from the pan. So you can touch it. So I wouldn't recommend, and it does say here actually, please wait 30 seconds before switching off the main power supply. Do not touch the hot surface after cooking. Because even though this isn't getting hot, this is getting hot and it's deferring heat to it. So don't touch it. Anyway, this is actually a child lock. You can press that, hold for 3 seconds. It's a child lock so kids can't touch it. But really speaking, you just turn it off at the plug. And this is actually a timer. I don't think I'll ever use it. I think if you use a short press and plus, you can get minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. If you hold it for longer, you can actually get it up to 10-minute intervals. But it would have been good if you had a little readout here, little digital readout with a timer on it. But look, this is 45 quid. You know, it is what it is. So let's test out which one's going to boil the fastest. So, what were the results? Well, the kettle came in first. Now this is the 2,100 watt kettle. It's not the most powerful kettle. You can get 3,000 watt kettles which boil much faster. And I think this hob is about 2,000 or 2,100. So they weren't far between them. The kettle came in at 146 and the induction hob was around about 220, 2 minutes 20. So the induction hob took a little bit longer by about, 30 seconds. Obviously the gas hob came in last, failed miserably. That took 5 minutes 30. And don't forget, this is only 500 ml of water. So the more volume of water, the harder the longer it would take to boil that water. So more than double the time on the gas hob. But here's the thing, is it cheaper? So I found this online, and this is kind of around about the current prices with, let's have a look, gas being 10p per kilowatt hour and electric being about 36p per kilowatt hour. That's about right, that's what it is now. So electric's a lot more expensive than gas. And as you can see here, for 1 cup of tea, it took 5 minutes on the gas hob and 1 minute on the electric with the electric kettle. Now bear in mind as well, this is 3 kilowatt kettle. My kettle's only 2.1. And then when I would do 3 cups of tea, which is, well, that's probably about 750 ml. Took 11 minutes on the gas hob and 2 minutes in the electric kettle. So you can see on the bottom that the electric kettle was more expensive to heat the water than the gas was, even though it took a shorter time because of the expense of electric at the moment. So you got 0.8 for 1 cup of tea and 1.8 or more than double. Gets a little bit closer, just double here, just a little bit closer when you're boiling more water. The electric kettle, it reduces the cost a little bit. But the amount of times I've seen people in my household, my wife, making 1 cup of tea and filling the kettle up right up to the top, and I'm like, for God's sake, what are you doing, woman? You're only having 1 cup of tea. Look, 0.8 for 1 cup of tea. You're doing enough for 4 cups. Costing us 6p. God damn you. And how many times do you see people boil the kettle and it boils and they go back 10 seconds later and go, oh, that must have lost so much temperature. I need to reboil it again. Okay. No, you don't need to reboil it. It's just boiled 10, 20 seconds ago. It's not going to lose that much temperature. Don't hit it again. And use even more money. There we are. Anyway, I'm digressing. So you can see that the gas hob is cheaper. It's cheaper in the long term, even though it takes longer to boil the water. And this would probably be about the same price for the induction hob as well. My induction hob is, I think, 2 kilowatt or 2.1 kilowatt, same as my kettle. So it'll work out, even though this is a little bit more expensive because of the, it's 3 kilowatt. The induction hob would work out more expensive than the gas hob. So you can ask me now, why on earth are you using the induction hob then? You madman. Yes, well, I'll tell you why. Okay, so some recent research is saying that gas cookers can be as toxic as secondhand smoke, study reveals. This is updated 26th of the 1st, 2023. And it says gas cookers are breaching air pollution limits in the homes and increasing risk of children developing health problems, according to a study. Let's have a look what it's saying. It's saying more than 700,000 cases of child asthma in EU in the past year were linked to cooking on gas at home. This figure represents about 7% of all asthma cases in children across the block. Don't know what it means. Jenny from the block, I don't know. So gas cookers release as many pollutants as secondhand smoke. I mean, I'll put a link to this article in the description box below for you to have a look. But cooking with gas gives off a lot of pollutants. And it's not healthy for you at all. And that is why I've decided to try out this portable induction hob. Now, I just wanted to dip my toe in to start, just to see, whether or not it's viable for me. I didn't want to go forking out on a brand new range cooker with an induction hob that's going to cost me 800 to £1,000 because I can't afford that, but I can afford 45 quid. Now, one of the bonuses of having this is that obviously I've just added another hob to my 5 hob burner, so I've got a 6 hob. And what I'll probably do is, if I'm just normally cooking with one pan, I'll just use this instead of using the gas burner. because of the pollution it's putting into my home. Now, I have got an extractor, but like a lot of homes, this doesn't go out to anything. There's no tube going out to the roof. And that's a lot of homes in Europe and in the UK. All it is just got carbon filters in there. Some homes in the UK don't even have an extraction hob at all. Some homes in the UK don't even have an extraction fan in the kitchen, and they're cooking with gas. So if you are going to stick with a gas hob and you're happy with it, make sure that you have your extractor fan on, especially if you've got one that goes out and vents out the fumes. This one doesn't, unfortunately. I do have an extractor fan which I put on every time I cook, and I open all the windows and I close the door so it doesn't go into the rest of the house and the fumes. It goes all out the window, out the extractor fan, and the carbon filters pick up some of the other stuff coming from the cooking. But I would stress to you to do that, to make sure you're not closing all the windows, not turning on any fans or anything like that, because gas is a highly pollutant in your home and it can cause damage to your respiratory system. Not good, okay? Anyway, so I'll take my tinfoil hat off. It's not a conspiracy theory, the study's there. So I've come to the end of the video. Let me know, have you got an induction hob? Do you prefer it? Have you got one of these portable ones? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.